to 20 pounds. Where I am now, better than before. For those open doors, where I am now. Where I am now, in a special place. A terrible place. Where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Everette, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live at WGPL 1350 Studio, WMVA 88.9 FM Studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to 1400 AM, 1350 AM, click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WMVA 88.9 FM, and also WPCE 1400 AM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Go over to YouTube. You can subscribe right now to Crystal Records 1, that's CRISTO, or FYI Radio Show host Yolanda Hinton, which is our newest platform. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We promise we'll shout you out.
Shout out.
All right, Mr. E, the weekend is over. How was yours?
Well, I had a good weekend, Miss Hinton, and all is well. Also want to make mention before we get off that I'll be hosting a men's event. That's right, on this Saturday at 4 o'clock at the Friendship Church, Norfolk, on 745 Lesnar Avenue in the city of Norfolk, Virginia.
Oh, that is marvelous. We love hearing about men things.
That's right. That's right.
We really do. I think that's marvelous.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you had a great, wonderful weekend. I had a great, wonderful weekend. I want to, we welcome everyone, but I want to make sure we welcome our sponsor because we have talking about men, Father's Day giveaway. So we want to shout out beardgods.com. That's beardgodz.com. Go over there and check it out. You can actually, if you like to, leave a message that you heard on FYI that there's a giveaway and that you wanted to sign up to possibly be a winner. You can also inbox us and say, hey, put my father's name in the box, my brother's name, or anybody who's a father. Go ahead and get them in our box or in our message.
That's right.
FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com in our email message, and you can possibly be a winner.
That's right. Register to win this great package brought to you by beer gods, you want to make sure that you're registered, or you can give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Radio Show live at gmail.com, and register your people, your men in your life that got those great beards, and I guarantee you will not be sorry. Or you can call 757-8
285-8266.
Say that again.
757-285-8266.
Write it down and make sure you do it accordingly.
Absolutely. Now, don't forget, FYI, we're giving away gift cards for Father's Day as well.
That's
so
right.
We have more than one gift giveaway. Make sure you listen, though, live. And come on. We're going to have a great topic talking about fathers, but also we're going to have these great giveaways.
Are we going to ever talk about father and son-in-law?
Oh, son-in-laws and father-in-laws. We could, Mr. E. Are you interested on that topic? Father-in-laws. Is it now the father-in-law and a son-in-law in what way? In a great way, or
in a great way? Is there any difficulty?
I always thought that father-in-laws and son-in-laws got along pretty good.
I always thought that the testosterone level, between the two sometimes can get a little rough.
But sometimes by the time a man marries a woman, he's gone through, the father thing. He's asked father, traditionally they used to do that. Ask father to marry the young lady, they kind of like, let me say this, they kind of like are like one another. And that's why a woman is sometimes attracted to a man, because she sees her father in him.
But sometimes the sentence, what happens is sometimes daddies don't want to let go their little girls.
Yeah.
And they want to make sure that their little girl is still well taken care of by going over them and mowing the lawn, making sure the lawn is manicured. The man said, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be doing all that. Then there's beef.
By the time some of these folks get grown, the fathers be like, here, take time for her to go. She's grown up and everything. But anyway, we can do that, Mr. E. We'll talk about the softer side, and then we can talk about the drama as well.
That's right.
But also, look, before we go into our topic, let's make sure you all visit Bulvic Academy, BULVIC, another sponsor, bulvicacademy.com. Check out information on the anti-bullying initiative, the books, the game, and what's going on with the Bulvic Academy and Crystal Community Development Corporation. Don't forget Bulvic, BULVIC, academy.com. So today, Mr. E.
Just before we do that, I got another surprise for our listeners.
All right, Mr. E, do your thing.
Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, new CD, been out about 2 months now. Make it all right at stores wherever music is being sold. Take a listen.
Gonna push you down, you can go to a place, and he will come with you. I know he'll make it alright. Sometimes you gotta get away, talk to the Lord, tell him about all your problems, tell him what is wrong, when there's nobody else who will understand. I know he'll make it alright. So he'll make it alright. I know he'll make it alright. I know he'll make it alright. I know he'll make it alright. Go to a place where the Lord can come with you. I know he'll make it alright. Yeah.
All right. He'll make it all right every time, Mr. E.
That's right. He'll make it all right. Just have the faith and believe that he can do it.
You all can go and download that anywhere music is sold. I tell you what, thank you all for those that have supported radio, the outlets. You all that are out there that are downloading that music, thank you very much.
Gracias.
It's called Make It All Right.
Yeah,
The newest single in my library. You can actually download some of the other music as well, Mr. E.
that's right. And if you like that music, if you like that sound, give us a shout out on FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com, or you can give us a call at 757-714 and say, I love it, and I love it.
All right, Mr. E, today is Monday's Sports Talk. Wow, Mr. E, we are going to talk about where we are in the NBA. But before we do that, let's talk about some sports news.
Well, let's go with the sports news, Miss Hinton. That Miss Kayla. Let's go
That's
to the
your
women.
girl.
That's
We
my
talk about
girl.
the WNBA upgrades file on Caitlin Clark.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
Caitlin Clark.
And we're going to talk about Angela Reese too.
Yeah.
Some mess going on with her as well. Now, what's wrong with your girl, Caitlin? I've been hearing about her a lot lately. You know, she was drafted from college. I first became aware of her at the NCAA. She's fire. She's a beast. And I'm telling you, she is definitely a champion already. But she's over there newly drafted over there at the WNBA. But there's some drama that's going on along with, her trying to, get in there and make that name. They kind of like trying to jump her in and whatnot. But Miss Lee, tell us about it.
When you start looking at Caitlin Clark, the fans are protesting of the WNBA after Caitlin Clark in Indiana Fever first 11 games.
Wait a minute. The fans in
the fans are really upset. They said on Sunday the NF Favors were defeated by the New York Liberty by a final score 104-68.
Mm-hmm.
The Fevers hold on to their fifth place spot in the WNBA Eastern Conference. Caitlin Clark and the rest of her Fever teams has gone through the league most difficult and timing schedule in 2024. Since May 14th, the day the season began, the Fevers have played 11 games, by far the most of any league most team in the league during the time frame. The schedule includes 2 back-to-back and a Western Coast road trip against the Liberty Club. And so now what they're saying is Caitlin is not doing her job.
Why?
Fans could tell how tired the Fever team looked on Sunday after the game. They took a social media protest and the WNBA for the ridiculous schedule that was given to the clock and the NEL's beginning of the season. So, in other words, they beaten the mess out of Caitlin, and Caitlin cannot perform.
Well, they said she's been knocked to the ground so much, and it says Carter gave a shoulder shot to Caitlin in one of the games that knocked her to the floor before an inbound pass during the third quarter of Saturday's 71-70 win by the Fever. This is my opinion, Mr. We've talked about it before. She's got to pay her dues within the WNBA. She's just not going to just walk. Folks not just going to let her walk in there and be a star. She's going to have to build herself up again in the WNBA professional ball game to be that champion.
That's right, and you most certainly right. She's got to earn her position in the WNBA.
Let's see, what are her points looking like?
Well, she is not doing too
any
good.
Given game.
She's not doing too good of a job, Miss Hinton, because her players, her standards are crazy. When you look at the Chicago Fevers and you look at how they're fan out, Caitlin is not hitting a whole lot of points out there.
And why is that?
She's struggling. She's being beat up. See, here's the whole thing about WNBA. Them women said, you ain't going to get the glory out here.
Not yet.
Not yet. We're going to let you get in the game. But the funny thing about it is, not only is Caitlin having a hard time breaking into the game, but she got a girlfriend that played with her.
Who is that?
Is giving her
her heart, knocked her to the floor the other day.
I tell you what, Caitlin, all you got to do is just give a little bit more. Get out there, work out hard, eat good, sleep good, and don't let it get into your mind. You know you're a champion. You got there for a reason. She's there for a reason. She was drafted for a reason. She can't forget who she is, regardless of the knocks and the bumps.
Angela Reese, she got fined the other day too.
Yes.
Angela Reese fined by the WNBA, lost to the Fever. She lost to Caitlin. Angela Reese has been fined by the WNBA after Chicago Sky's game, the Indiana Fever, but it's not for what the fans might think. The league announced the fine for the rookie for skipping media obligations in post game, dinging her $1,000 for not making herself available to the reporter.
I just saw her in the past stilettos walking, looking like, she was looking so fine and beautiful walking through the airport. She gave a little talk to the media and stuff, but that's not enough, Mr. E. She's got to sit out there, get out there, and push her brand, her name, and the WNBA.
When I look at the girls coming into the stadium when they, get before the game, it looked like they're on a runway.
They look good.
My girl had on her stilettos. Caitlin wearing her pantsuit with her stilettos on, and then Reese, she's stopping and like she's on the red carpet.
They're stars, Mr. E.
Hold my phone. Hold my phone.
Look, they may be playing like beasts, but they are definitely beautiful stars. I'm telling you. And so, so Angela, same for you, sis. You're going to have to pay your dues. And not only that, this is what they got to remember. They are being scrutinized for every little teeny thing. People are looking, criticizing, they want them on their best game. They want a show and they want drama too. And so that's what you're going to get with these young ladies and the other ones that are playing. The new ones, they're going to be under a microscope. And people want drama to go along with all this stuff.
That's right. That's what they're looking for. So let's look at some of the scores for the Sunday's game, June the 2nd. They had the Connecticut against Atlanta. Connecticut beat Atlanta 69-50. They had Los Angeles against Phoenix. Phoenix beat LA. This is the WNBA. This is the girls playing.
Yes.
And then they had Indiana against New York, and they swamped New York 104-68. And then you had the Dallas against Minnesota, and the score was 87-76.
I'm telling you, they're playing good ball, but I tell you what, it's not that easy to just jump in there and take it over. This is something that has to be proven. These games are good. And to me, they're a little rougher than when I was checking out the college games. Steve, what do you think about when the women are playing more on a professional level? The college level is one thing. They play cute.
They thugs.
They play cute, but when it's time for the WNBA, it's rough.
Them heifers are thugs.
Did you say that? Mr. E didn't say that, y'all.
They are thugs out there. I mean, you seeing the beef out there.
It's
Angela Reese did not have to grab that girl, Caitlin, and throw her to the floor like she's in the wrestling, like she into wrestling. She should have just went on out of suplex.
They're hitting, they're swinging, pushing, knocking. They are rough.
Them women are playing that rough basketball.
I wasn't used to it at first, Mr. E, because like I said, the college games all good. They got little drama, fire. Yeah. But when you come to the WNBA, honey, you talking about, you wonder where these girls are. They outside in the hood playing. They are playing real hard.
They playing basketball. You don't come in here and get no. See, Caitlin has to know that you ain't gonna get here and shoot your way and have these easy buckets and baskets. When you come underneath that bucket, you got to really play basketball.
Yes.
That's the territory of Angela Reese. Yes. You get into that middle, when you come into that bucket, it's danger.
Ooh.
danger. So, Caitlin, if you can't stand the kitchen, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Yeah.
I think they're gonna do good, Mr. E. It just takes time.
I think Caitlin I think they're gonna pull it together, and I believe that Angela, she's gonna get herself together and start going to these social media outings, so she won't, get fined.
Yeah, you don't want to get fined. You want to keep those points. Let's talk about Gabby Douglas. What about here?
Well, Gabby Douglas, we want to say good afternoon and welcome. Good afternoon. What a marvelous job that our girl Gabby did on yesterday.
But what happened?
She's
not going what?
She's not what?
Tell us about Gabby.
Gabby did a wonderful job. Gabby Douglas competition was unseen, uneven bars during the Coral Hydrant Classic at number 11 at the Center in Hartford, Connecticut on May 18th, 2024. She injured her end. Her dream to take part of the Olympic Games.
And that's what we're reporting on, Mr. E.
Later.
She's a champion, a star. She's one of us here in this area. But Miss Gabby is not going to be able to fulfill, that spot in the Olympics due to an injury.
Yeah. But, Gabby performed so well. She's doing stunts that nobody could do. And I was really trying to figure out what is her injury?
So I believe ankle injury.
Okay.
I believe it's an ankle. From what if it's wrong, I will definitely let you all know.
Okay.
But hey, that's really hard to digest. I can imagine as an athlete, you train and you train and you train. And you want to do it, and a lot of athletes, they will do it injured.
Yeah,
but it was too much at this point. This injury, she couldn't, fake it through. She definitely probably would have done more harm than good.
You think the women was glad that Gabby got injured because Gabby taking over the scene?
Wow, she's good. I don't know if anybody would kind of like the idea, but I'm saying when your competition is not as fierce and ferocious as this young lady, she's another one who's a beast. You probably say, okay, let me kind of sweat less because that's one person that's out. And I don't have to worry about.
That's right.
But she says she's coming back in 2026?
That's right.
Yeah, she's going to come back, and she may come back harder than she is now. She may come back stronger, better. But she's going to take the time for herself, take care of that injury, keep training, and come back to get her gold.
That's right. She'll get it. That's her money maker, baby.
Yes.
That's her money maker.
Absolutely.
Miss Hinton, let's go back to the NBA now. We was in the WNBA.
Yes.
But let's serve some tea before we go back to I start looking at the playoff spots. Let's serve some tea when we start looking at Carl Anthony Towns. He played for the Timberwolves.
Well, speaking of the Timberwolves, we'll talk about that later. But go ahead.
He played with the Timberwolves, and he's ready to be traded.
It says trade rumors are inevitable after Timberwolves lost to the Mavericks. But they say, are they realistic? Mr. E, the Timberwolves, not your team. Your team went home, Mr. E.
My team, both of my teams went home. I thought the Timberwolves, because they was young, that they would pull a rabbit out of the hat. But them old professionals, those old boys, they took over, and now it's a rematch for them too.
Tell us about it.
When the Timberwolves began to play against the Denver Nuggets, the Nuggets beat them out of the box. Anthony Edwards and Robert Goloff, the self-described greatest shooters, a big man in the NBA history, was absolutely necessary to keep the Timberwolves offense visible against some of the biggest lineups in the league. So now Carl was, the week feeling like years right now because Carl Townsend was awful.
Oh,
In the Western Conference Final, the Dallas Mavericks posed a number of unsolvable matchup problems from Minnesota, but Townsend wasn't supposed to be one of them. Nope. He was supposed to be the feast of the smaller PJ Washington and help Minnesota own the glass against the Mavericks.
wow.
So he didn't do what he's supposed to do. Now rumor says he wants to be traded.
He wants to be traded, but he's in trouble, isn't he?
He
I mean, he's. I mean, he is he. What do
he's
you
not
think
in
of him?
trouble.
I'm saying
He's
as
not
a
in
player,
trouble.
is he a good?
I think this is the first time, because I like to see everything when it gets down to the wire.
Mhm.
I don't like seeing. I like seeing the professionalism come out when they get down to the wire. And so when I saw this young man playing that game, I said to myself, "Wow."
And
Wow.
again, Mr. E, you said you kind of favored the Timberwolves for what reason?
Because it was young cats. Anthony Edwards in the Timberwolves did a wonderful job. And because Anthony Edwards of the Timberwolves did a wonderful job, I kind of favored them,
Right,
I kind of liked what they was doing and how they was doing it. But when I looked at Carl and I said, this is a big man out there doing what he's supposed to do and helping the team go along, I said to myself, something ain't right.
Well, let's talk about the NBA, where we are now.
Well, when we look at the NBA, the game starts June the 6th. Yeah, that's the beginning of the first game. It's June the 6th. That's when Boston and Boston.
Why did I say that? I know was I'm not gonna name who she is. But I think she hosted a radio show.
And what's her name?
You tell me, Mr.
What's her name?
I think she predicted the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, she did predict that the Boston Celtics, that's Miss Yolanda Hinton, predicted that the Boston Celtics will be at the final dance.
Absolutely. I was going by the numbers. Mr. E, they were hot the whole season. They played well.
That's right.
Fire.
That's right.
They couldn't help but be in the finals.
That's right. So, Miss Hinton, so here's the prediction. The game has not started yet. So the Dallas Mavericks will be playing against the Boston Celtics. And tell us who's going to be the winner take all.
See, you know how I do this. All right, give me the numbers. The Mavericks, what was this season like for them? I need to know first before I make this prediction.
When you look at the Dallas Mavericks, they had LaDonna. They won 50 games, and they lost 32. And then when you look at the Boston Celtics, they won 64 games and lost 18.
Ooh, you do the math.
Now, I mean,
but 64. I will reserve. What is the next game?
Well, the next game is June the 6th.
Okay.
At 8:30 on ABC.
I may give my prediction on Wednesday.
Okay.
What's under the hat? I may tell you what's under the hat, y'all.
But I saw this the other day. They had a little shortcut. They saw Kyrie Irving. Yeah, Kyrie. When they lost one time before, he was stomping on the Boston Celtics logo.
Ooh, not Kyrie.
In the middle of the court, he was stomping on the logo. And now he's hollering, "I'm back." Yep. So he's back again at the Boston Garden against the Boston Celtics. And Kyrie wants to beat the Boston Celtics.
Well, we shall see, Kyrie. I love you, Kyrie, but I'm telling you, we'll see. All right, we're looking at the numbers now. Now, Mr. E, what is your prediction? Or should we wait?
I'm going to wait. I'll give you my prediction later.
All right, we're going to wait then, but we're going to continue to keep up with it. This is amazing. I think Mr. E went through withdrawals. He couldn't find the games. No way.
Yesterday I was just saying, oh, my Atlanta. I'm looking for basketball games. I'm looking for some type of sports. I did see a lot of college. I did see golf. I did see all of that. Then I said to myself, that's not my sports. That's not
making my adrenaline rush.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to talk a little bit more about sports talk over here on social media. But look, you all come over and we'll give you some tea on what's going to be happening in FYI. Be blessed. Have a wonderful day.
Just before we take off, give them that telephone number where they can register to win that Beard God's gift pack
I
of
tell you,
five.
all right. You can actually inbox us first, or you can call 757-285-8266, or you can email FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the Talked About Radio Show in the Home Life Bro. This FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. If you'd like to be a special guest sponsor or an intern, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. Or you can inbox or email us at FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WGPL 1350 Peach 95.3, WPCE 1400, and WMVA 88.9, and on all social media platforms. Don't forget to have a wonderful Monday, okay? Bye now.
All right, all right, all right. We forgot to mention one thing, and that's FYI After Dark. I tell you what, we're going to be doing some replays for a minute and let you enjoy some of the shows that you probably missed, or some of the shows that stick out in our mind that
Yeah.
we want to share with you all. In the meantime, we're going to continue our Father's Day registration so you can win some great gifts. One from our sponsor, Beard God. And you can go to www.beardgods, BEARDGODZ.com, and check out all the wonderful things. There are gift packages up there for Father's Day, just wonderful things that you can have and share with your loved ones. Those that have beards, those that need great shampoos and great items and vitamins and things like that. You can definitely get those from your loved ones. Mr. E is a witness to how well he's doing with his beard and hair and stuff like that. Mr. E, tell us a little testimonial.
I want to let you know that I was experiencing some hair fallout. I have gray. That's right. Gray is untamable, and gray does whatever it wants to do. And some of you are familiar with gray hair, but gray hair is just wow, uncontrollable and untamable. So I begin to use and I begin to shed. Every time I turn around, I'm having breakages of hair. I had split ends. I had hair breakage, the whole 9 yards. When I sit down, I'm looking at my shirt. It's all over my shirt. When I'm sitting down and I'm eating, I see the little breakage of the flakes falling off my chin. And I'm thinking I'm getting that particle in my food until I started using Beer God's oil and also the balm.
Yeah.
I began to purchase. I purchased the oil and the balm, and I want you to know the split end stopped. The glycerine started coming through my beard, and I have not been shedding. So listen, get you some Beard God. Register today for some Beard God, so that you can stop all that
itching and
scratching and bumps and all that.
and all that kind of stuff. Taking care of that beard ideal, especially if you're gonna wear it, wear and keep it groomed, clean and fresh and shiny and looking mighty, mighty good. You all go over to Chris Hinton. He's the owner at Beard Gods. Check out his beard, and I'm telling you, he takes time to not only just learn about how to continue to keep it healthy, but he shows you how to look. He started out, he didn't start out with a beard like that, but he learned more and more about how to care for it, and then the products were developed so he could continue to maintain those the hair on his face. And then on the inward parts, he also talked about this the taking care of the body, certain things to eat, certain things not
Yeah,
to eat. He
yeah,
talked
yeah.
about sugars and things that causes flares and irritation of the skin. So he's going deeper. It's not just a product, just a surface thing. He's doing things that can go deeper and really, really give you a healthy overall look on the inside and outside.
And just in case you did not know it, I did not know it, it's the food that you eat has some can deal with the hair that you grow.
Yes.
I never thought for 1 second in order to have a good hair on your face, a beard, all you got to do is eat right. You can't eat a lot of sugar because it blockage and it causes the hair to be brittle and cause the hair not to be able to grow. So give Chris Hinton a call. That's 757.
757-285-8266. I want to say good morning, Miss Sheila Robin. Thank you for joining us. You all make sure you put your name in the chat, say hello to us, and we can shout you out. But again, the number is 757-285-8266. Go to the website, www.beardgods, beardgodz.com. And while you're doing that, don't forget our other sponsors, Bullfit Academy, BULVIC Academy.com. Get information on our anti-bullying initiative, our community against bullying, a call to action now. We've got some great things coming. In the meantime, there are anti-bullying books for your kids, for your schools, for your library. Bullying is right beneath your nose, and the diary of a former bully. Very informative, very good for our children to hear what it is and find out ways of recognizing it, recognizing bullies, recognizing the victim is, and the bystander.
That's right.
Also, don't forget the game Bulvic, BULVIC is there. The link is there. But you can also go to Google Play, the Google Play Store for your Android, and you can go to apple.com for your iPhone and iPad. That's Bulvic, the game, BULVIC. Also, Mr. E, I wanted to mention some upcoming shows. Oh, before I mention that, there are some other things coming on Bulvic, and we're going to share that with you soon as well. But Mr. E,
don't forget, I want to say good morning to Mr. Mark Howard. Thank you so much who's listening to us on our Instagram page. Thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. And don't forget to thank you all because y'all are a great supporter to this most talked about radio show. We've been on for 8 years. 8 years straight, and have not missed a beat. Bring you nothing but the best, and we wrapped up, airing, and ready to
go. So look, upcoming shows. Now we, Mr. E, he really wants to focus on the relationship piece for what's under the hat. So we're going to be talking about that on Wednesday. Father-in-laws and son-in-laws, and those dynamics. Oh wow, that relationship. Also, we're going to come back with our women. What's in the closet? We got a great topic there as well. Don't forget, After Dark, we're going to be doing some replays. And don't forget that we need to schedule you all for some things. Make sure you listen to Mr. Get you that information on how you can be a special guest sponsor intern. Also, don't forget summer fun. We got our summer fun segment. All the things that make Mr. E is ready for the summer. Yeah. Our weather is hot, so I mean it's really good. So you all stay tuned.
I done dropped that weight too.
All right,
I got a few more pounds that I'm dealing with, but it's not gonna stop the speedos from coming on. So y'all might well get ready. The speedos are coming out. And I'm gonna be on every beat. I'm gonna be in the club.
Tell Mr. E look to make sure he videotapes that on TikTok and Facebook.
Miss Sheila Robin, I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna be out there with them
Mr. E says speedos, and you know what speedos are, right?
I'm gonna be wet.
This all y'all women out there, right? Because Mr. E gonna have on his speedos, and he's gonna be on Facebook showing us all.
My Dunlap is gone.
He's gonna show his whole. what you call it? We had our guest that was on, and he took that naked from the midsection to up picture.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm gonna
William
take it
Vine
from. I'm gonna take
and
it
Mr.
from
E gonna
down.
do the same
I'm gonna take it from down to the leg, from the feet all the way up.
with the speedos on.
I'm gonna put the speedos on. I'm gonna pose like this.
But I tell you what, Mr. E, they can join us because in January we decided that we were going to do the lifestyle change.
Yeah.
So we're doing good. And so you all can continue to join us. We'll mention it again on Fun Friday. And just join us. We'll tell you some of the things that we're doing. And you can really, really see progress and see how things are changing. And I know in my life, and Mr. E is reporting the same.
Don't forget, Miss Hinton, that during our men's segment, we want to talk to your men. We want to pull all the brotherhood together and see can men gel together? Can we talk together? Can we really do we need to have a place where where we can talk? Do we need to be able to share some life experience? I was told the other day, and I'm gonna move on. I was told the other day, Miss Hinton, that fathers in their homes after purchasing homes are being intimidated by sons in their own home.
Well, Missy, can we talk about that on Wednesday?
Yeah.
That's very interesting. That's the first time I heard that. But hey, we're gonna talk about that on Wednesday. I'm doing some other great things. Mr. E's gonna tell you how you can be a special guest, sponsor, intern. Oh, but before you do, make sure you buy Make It All Right by Yolanda Hinton. I want to say again, thank you for your support. Everybody that's playing it, every platform that is on, all the music that you can download in the whole wide world on all musical platforms. Make It All Right, newest baby by Yolanda Hinton. Mr. E, tell us how we can be a sponsor, intern, or a special guest on that radio show.
Don't forget this Saturday at 4 o'clock, I'll be hosting a men event. That's right. I'll be hosting a men event at 745 Lester Avenue in Norfolk, Virginia, at the Friendship Norfolk. I'll be your host for that. I'll be your Toastmaster, and I'll be there. I want to invite all brothers to come out, all men to come out. Right now, if you in Norfolk, Portland, Newport News, Virginia Beach, all surrounding areas, I want you to come on out to 745 Lester Avenue, right across from the Northside Park at 4 o'clock, and be a part of this great dialogue. I'll be hosting it. I'll be keeping it together. I'll be asking the questions. And then we got special guests, and that's going to be there also. So, brothers, let's pull together. Let's make it happen. And let's make it work. If you like to be a special guest or sponsor of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, or email us at FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com.
Tell you what, be blessed. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.
2 up, 2 down, point VA. Yeah. Yeah.